Digital storytelling.
Digital storytelling is relatively new and by definition a new practice of emergent new forms of digital narratives. For example, web-based stories, interactive stories, hypertext, narrative computer games, audio and video podcasts. Or in short, telling your story digitally. There are many digital storytelling apps such as the one we are on now called Animoto. To name a few other great ones, there are Story Dice, which provides a creative writing prompt tool, which is super cool for young learners, which includes the plot of the story, characters, the setting, etc. Some others are Tell About This, StoryKit, ChatterPix, and Story Creator. Digital storytelling is super engaging for young learners because instead of just telling a story with words, the author or creator makes their story more engaging by combining still imagery, moving imagery, sound, text, and even voice recordings. Digital storytelling also encourages and promotes the storyteller's creative side. In the classroom, digital storytelling can be about a specific topic on a content area that the teacher is introducing, facilitate classroom discussions, or asking the students to better demonstrate their own understanding of a topic by asking them to make their own. Some really cool digital stories I've come across through research are of students' own cultures, communities, and backgrounds. With that being said, each student's digital story becomes their own. Through digital storytelling, students have to analyze and synthesize the information they are presenting, which encourages higher order thinking. Just like I did with this digital story, I researched and gathered info and my own thoughts about digital storytelling. I then wrote a script and chose how to present my story. I then began creating by gathering pictures, video clips, sound effects like the music that you hear, and voice recordings. As you can see, digital storytelling can be very engaging and promotes creativity within students. Another website for digital storytelling I would love to show you is Storybird. Storybird is a website or an app that can be either for parents, educators, or students. The website gives different options to create picture books, long-form stories, comics, flash fiction, or poetry. My favorite thing about this website is the challenge category. In the challenge category, there's a basic writing option where you can challenge yourself and do creative writing, thematic compositions, children's songs, or leveled reading. I wanted to get a more professional perspective on digital storytelling, so I interviewed my sister, who was a first grade teacher at a local school district. She shared with me that every year she introduces story elements like a story plot and character traits with digital storytelling. She shared that her students love digital storytelling because it can be very engaging.
My students love digital storytelling because it is very engaging. It gives me a way to connect with my students because each student shares their own ideas and gives them a way to express their imagination and their creative side.
Upon further researching digital storytelling, I found a website called Educational Uses of Digital Storytelling. This website is so in-depth with stories of different categories such as art, health, history, language arts, music, places, personal reflections, just to name a few. I would like to show you a really cool video that I came across that you could use in your classroom. This one is titled Bullying by Heather Moore, and I'm just going to show you a short little clip of it. She uses her own personal pictures while she narrates it.
I had brought a can of Pepsi for lunch one day, and Lance walked by and loudly announced to everyone in the lunchroom that I was too fat to be drinking regular Pepsi and that I should be drinking Diet Pepsi. My new nickname was born. While Lance wasn't particularly successful in getting everyone to call me Diet Pepsi, he and a few of his friends called me this name pretty much any time they would pass me in the hallway or lunchroom.
There are some powerful and even motivational digital stories that can be very impactful and useful in the classroom. I loved researching and learning all about digital storytelling and how I can use this in my future classroom. I highly encourage checking out the apps and websites that I mentioned in this story. Thank you so much for watching.